Today you will hear some secrets to happiness and then be able to stay happy by embracing new beliefs about life and about yourself. This video is part one of a two-part series. Hello, I'm Marvin Glenn, the Singing Sage. Just in case you're here with me for the very first time today, please hear these two statements before we begin. All of my videos are offered to you on the basis of what if. Because I am also always evolving and learning, I ask that you always and only depend on your own inner divine presence to verify my statements and stories before you accept anything I say as the truth. In other words, ignore your programmed mind and depend on how you feel in your heart and your gut. The second statement is this. The one foundational knowing on which all of my songs and videos are happily based is this. None of us on earth are exclusively human. We all are also infinite, non-physical or spiritual creators, using our human bodies to create, enjoy, and learn from our experiences and adventures here on earth. Thank you. I'd like to ask you a question. Has anyone ever told you that you are much greater than you think? I know I was never told that. What if you are so extraordinary that you might scare yourself with your abilities? Would you be willing to consider that possibility? At this momentous time on earth, we all have a wonderful opportunity to make the most important decision we as humans will ever make. We can choose to remember and accept and embrace who and what we really are. Even though this may seem radical, this one decision alone can make us outrageously happy. Are we finally ready to drop our old self-images of weak and small, stupid and ignorant, and to start seeing ourselves as we have always truly been? Are we choosing to remember now who and what we really are? Here's what I'm inviting us all to consider. We are not our bodies or our thoughts or the roles we're playing in our lives or any other concept we may have of ourselves. What if we all are actually and truly infinitely greater than any of these? What if each of us is an individual expression of the one prime creator, the all that is? What if each of us is intimate with the one source of every being and everything in the universe? What if the source is living its life through us, as us, so it can experience and know itself? All our emotions, our excitements, our adventures, and our loves. Is that really too big to handle? What are we scared of? Accepting the truth about us may seem impossible because we all are so scared of our power. What power, you may ask? It's our power to create. We're scared because we know deeply that with great power comes equally great responsibility. This all becomes easier when we simply accept that we all are infinite creators. Creating is what we do every minute of every day, whether we're aware of it or not. Our desires and imaginations and actions bring our creations to life. Our passions automatically express themselves in our creations. We really can't help but create. Here's something to help us all be less afraid of our powers. We have a special ally when it comes to creating. We have the power of intention. During this amazing time of human transformation, we are being physically and spiritually upgraded in many important and astounding ways. Our intentions are being elevated right along with the rest of our personal package. Because our whole outlook on life is changing to the more positive, our intentions are becoming more loving and kind day by day. I know I see more and more people and myself changing this way. So we all can begin trusting that we and our intentions are coming more and more in alignment with life. Because of all this, we can actually begin trusting that our intentions are constructive and pro-life, so we can stop fearing our creative abilities. My story is that I had no idea of the power of my own intention, but it finally came alive when I was about 55 and discovered I could write songs. What an exciting moment that was for me, and how it changed my life. I suddenly had a way to express myself, for which I had a forgotten talent and passion. From that moment on, I intended to become a singer and to share my songs with the world, and that's exactly what's happening now. Here's another secret about us that can help us all relax and trust. It's about us making choices. Sometimes making a choice can be scary, especially if it's a major decision affecting the rest of our life. The big secret is that we are not alone when we choose. We all have an unseen ally. It's our soul. We may think we're running our lives, but actually our souls are the boss. Our souls direct our whole production here on earth. You see, before we even came here to be human for a while, we, our soul and us, agreed on a detailed plan of action for our lives. We can never make a decision without our soul being intimately involved. Because the soul is living in us and as us, it remembers our plan. And if we make a wrong choice about something, our Big Daddy soul will step in and make sure we not only see our mistake, but that we choose another way that becomes very clear. For example, have you ever experienced the real magic of life? That is, being magically overridden by circumstances? You know, it's the thing we call serendipity. Sometimes it's so important for us to be or do or decide something properly that our soul steps in and seems to say, hands off. Sit back and watch the magic happen. That, my friend, is how intimately we are loved and cared for by life. The next truth we can all remember is radical, but wildly rewarding. We are not our thoughts. In our thoughts are our belief systems, beliefs about ourselves, about life, and about our place in the universe. Have you ever questioned your beliefs? Does that question itself feel challenging or uncomfortable? Does something in us suddenly raise its head in alarm? Our programs can do that, you know. They are very alive in us. Where did our belief systems come from anyway? When did they come? Why do we trust them to run our lives? The most vulnerable time in our lives is our very early childhood. Our brains are like dry virgin sponges, always and automatically absorbing oceans of information and compartmentalizing it for future use. Of course, this isn't a conscious process or choice. We have no choice about what we receive and no wisdom, of course, on how to use it. We just receive. Until I was 25, it never occurred to me that there were ways to live life other than the way I had been taught. My beliefs were mostly unconscious and unchallenged. They were simply my beliefs. I realize now that there are dominating and destructive anti-life entities in our universe who are directly affecting our lives on Earth. It is those dark beings who have been manipulating humanity for many millions of years. So the vast majority of our beliefs are programs that have been implanted into our brains through their systems of religion, education, and governments. Those programs automatically run our lives without our conscious awareness or permission. What I've just shared is a part of the big picture of life in this universe. At the end of this video, I will refer you to another of my videos if you want a more complete picture of this reality. So now, what can we do to get answers if we can't depend on our minds? We go to our hearts. First, of course, I'm not talking about our physical flesh and blood heart. I'm directing us to our deep inner essence that is who we are. It abides here in this part of the body. Why would we go there? Some may ask. It's because it is through our heart-soul essence we are connected to the universal field, to all that is, to our source. Who wouldn't want to be connected to something as wonderful as that? I know many of us have been taught that to be happy, we must become more spiritual. And to be spiritual, we must meditate, sit in silence, silence our minds, go to retreats, starve ourselves, humiliate our bodies, humble ourselves, see ourselves as insignificant, be religious, do as the priest says, repent of our sins, feel guilt and shame, feel never good enough, and on and on and on. The big joke is that we have all been fooled again. Please know there is nothing we have to do to be spiritual or enlightened, to experience the eternal connection we have with our loving source. It's all so easy. Simply be aware of you. You are it. Feel you as your living divine presence in your heart right here. Just accept that you are it and it is you. Feel you in it. Know you are it. Another powerful way to get in touch with your divinity is through nature. Take a walk in a park or a forest and focus your attention on two things at once. On the trees and flowers while you feel their energies in your body. Feel it and know all of it is who you are. Enjoy your presence. Those living beings are you and you are they. They are loving you, loving them. You and they are one. We are all one. Okay, ready for the next way to be happy in life? It's to be aware of the power of our spoken words. You know, it is written, in the beginning was the Word. The powerful way creation in this universe started was with sound, frequency, with the musical voice of the one prime creator. Because we are one with the source, the sounds of our voices also create. The words that come out of our mouths never return empty. They always bring rewards or consequences. So, knowing this can motivate us to always carefully consider our words before they go out into the world. The big secret it took me a long time and much pain to learn is that there is always something that must come before my words. That thing is thought. Being reminded now of the power of our words, we can start practicing thinking carefully of the possible consequences before we speak. Here's another way to be happy. Be grateful. Gratitude tells the universe we are thankful for whatever we have or receive, that we realize and appreciate that even the unpleasant or difficult parts of our lives are for our growth in wisdom and spiritual strength. A harmonizing and uplifting way to show gratitude is, before we go to sleep each night, to speak out loud 5 things we're thankful for. When we do, we wake up with the same positive attitude to start our day. Another important way to be happy is to form a loving relationship and maintain it. This is the foundation of life, you know, it's all about relationships. The most important relationship we can create is a loving one with ourselves. Without a loving relationship with ourselves, none other is possible. For many of us, that statement is incredible, seems ridiculous, and yet, here's why that's true. Has anyone ever told you that they love you and then end up later rejecting you? Why would they do that? As we all know, there are many reasons people separate, of course, but when we go deeper and deeper still, we come to the rock bottom of ourselves. What is always living there? Our own self-rejection. There are deep, dark, hidden parts in each of us that we refuse to acknowledge, accept, and love. We know they are there, and down deep, we know we created them. We can't look them in the eyes because we judge ourselves for being that kind of person or for doing those bad things. We feel guilty, we feel shame, we feel disgust. So another empowering way to be happy is to stop judging ourselves. We are life, and life doesn't judge itself. Why would it when it is all that is? Life is just experiencing itself through us as us. I'll say that again. Life is just experiencing itself through us as us. Is there something innately wrong with experiencing ourselves? Of course not. The reason we humans go around judging ourselves and others is because we have been taught that a God somewhere judges us and will someday decide our eternal fate if we don't toe the line and obey the rules. So who are we to judge ourselves? That question takes us back to our beliefs about life and about ourselves. Can we see how distorted our thinking is? Are we beginning to see how crippled and diminished we have been made by our belief systems? Did we just find the path out of our misery? When we stop judging ourselves, we can start loving ourselves. And when we love ourselves, we can finally truly love others. Separation becomes a thing of our past, and love becomes realized as what we have always been. This means we can finally feel our togetherness, our unity, that we truly are all one. In unity is where our happiness lives. Talking about being one, there's someone else who's always with us and willing to support our lives in every way possible. We're usually so caught up in our busy lives that we seldom even think of her, much less visit her anymore. She shows up in our skies. She smiles through our flowers. She sings through the birds. She delights our eyes with her beautiful creations everywhere around us. She quenches our thirst. She fills our bellies. Yep, she's our often unappreciated Mother Sophia, also known as Mother Nature. Mother Nature nurtures. Reconnecting with nature can be a lifesaver. When we're feeling crazy with the chaos around or within us, she's always here ready to calm us and ground us with her love. I know I always feel more of who I really am when I spend time with her. I'm deeply connected with an ancient juniper tree near our home. Here she is, our grandmother tree. Hi, Grandma. So good to see you again. So good to have my hands on you again. Thank you for being here for us. I love you. I am you. It's very difficult for me to walk past her without stopping to touch her with my hands and tell her I love her. What is really happening is that I am actually connecting deeply with Mother Earth when I do that. I feel her as me, deep within my heart. It's wonderful. Today we've explored accepting who we really are, being consciously creative, trusting our intentions, disassociating from our thoughts, going to our hearts, managing our spoken words, the power of gratitude, the value of a loving relationship, breaking the habit of self-judgment, and reconnecting with Mother Earth. Please be on the lookout for part 2 in this series on being happy. If you subscribe, you will be automatically notified. If you want to get the big cosmic picture of our relationship with life, I recommend you go to the website of my mentor, the great George Kavasilis. He and his book, Our Universal Journey, are treasures and really opened my eyes to what's real and authentic. The links are in the description down below. If you are longing to love yourself, this video here will help you. If you're really wanting to create a lasting, loving relationship, you can watch this video here. Should you be needing to get better at dealing with your own thoughts, this is a good one for you to see down here. A song I wrote called Master Our Minds is about our powers to manage our thoughts. It's linked in the description below. Do you want to feel even better about yourself today? You can get that warm feeling by helping others remember their greatness too, by subscribing and tapping the like button below. Thank you for being with me today. Today we explored a few of the practices that can help us live happier lives. Our song today is a harmonious complement to today's messages. It's called How Life Can Be.
In this world where fear hides the love we are, we can see how it darkens our days. But within our hearts lives a vision bright of the way life can be when we simply love. Gentle as a sunrise, pure as the falling snow, shining with truth that will set us free. That's how life can be. Free as the flying sparrow, and as joyful as children at play. Filled with a wonder in all we see, that's how life can be. Awesome as the universe, bright as a shooting star, sure with the knowledge of who we are, that's how life can be. Calm in the eyes of hurricanes, and exciting as when we're in love. Fearless and always at rest in peace, that's how life